Welcome back. Well, the maestro pulls out all the stops in this album that was clearly made by a lover for the lovers. G-Troy whisks the listener away on a soulful ride that, as the first track starts spilling out from the speakers, you can clearly hear that you're on a journey here. He continues to carry the listener to romantic bliss as his velvety, soulful voice caresses the senses on this beautiful album. Well, before long, G-Troy found himself playing guitar for Joe Nina, Zonke, 2007's Coca-Cola Popstars winner Martin Phike, and many, many others. But now he is striking out on his own with his first solo venture, For the Lovers. And you saw the music video there in the background. He joins us now in studio to tell us more about his album. Welcome to Morning Live, G-Troy.
Thanks for having me.
Firstly, this is a question that nobody likes to answer. Eh? Tell us about yourself. Tell us about G-Troy.
Okay, G-Troy loves music, obviously. G-Troy is a bit of a... Okay, at times, as an artist, I can be crazy, but I'm also a very calm person. I am actually a bit of an introvert sometimes. I'm a bit too much. So G-Troy loves music. G-Troy is... I wouldn't say sensitive as such, but G-Troy loves soul, hence his music. There's so much soul into it. So that's G-Troy for you.
He's in touch with his romantic side.
Too much, if you ask me.
I don't know if there is such a thing as too much of a romantic, but we'll debate that later.
Okay.
The name G-Troy, how did that come about?
Okay, my late mother's name is Troy, and my name is Gerald. So it was a combination of Gerald for G and Troy for T-R-O-I. So I made an O-I, the last one's O-I. And Troy also happens to be my favorite movie, so there's a lot of reasons why it's G-Troy, you know.
I see. Your late mother, do you think she would be impressed with your progress so far? You've been in the background supporting a lot of artists for many years, this time stepping out into your own.
Yes, absolutely. That's actually one of the things I regret. I sometimes wish that she could see, so I'm sure wherever she is, she would be extremely proud. Yes.
Indeed. And what made you decide to step out on your own?
Because I felt like I had something to offer. I mean, I was working with a lot of artists and, playing guitar and do a lot of things for them, backing vocals. But I thought, no man, come on, let me just bring myself to it. It also created a platform for me to be able to say, listen, I've worked with these guys, I saw their style. So I could also see, okay, no man, within that I could create something that's mine, my own musical identity. So that made me come out and say, no, listen, I do have something to offer, completely different from what they've been doing. Hence, you can say I'm doing house with a guitar. Have you seen that? That
is very unique, and
yes.
I was about to ask you about the genre now. So how would you classify that? House music versus what? How would you infuse that?
Soul, a lot of soul, And the nice thing that I do not go into studio, create a beat, and think, okay, cool. I need to actually now, what can I write about this now? Every single song is something that's written based on what I felt like at a specific time. So with that, when I go into studio, I capture the feeling. And so when you hear house, it's house, but with that feel. So I could almost say timeless house, because the album that we've been releasing, not the deluxe one that's coming up on October, it has a lot of soul. So it's a house album that you can listen to for 2 years.
For the lovers.
For the lovers.
Why for the lovers?
Okay. I have had a lot of ups and downs, like all of us. So for me, what I do whenever I happen to love, I write about it. Whenever there's friction between lovers, I write about that. So that's why it's for the lovers. So it's all about what I experience. So if you want to get to know G-Troy, the lovable side of G-Troy, listen to the album.
I thought you were going to say, I have had many lovers.
No.
When you said I have had, I was like, oh, this guy, live on TV.
No, there's no such.
Yeah. And who do you think your target audience would be?
The youth from as young as 18, 16 to up to 40, 45. Yeah, because it's mature, but also yet it relates to the younger people who goes through stuff. So that would be my target audience.
All right. Quickly tell us before we run out of time, because that often happens. If one wants to book you, or where are you going to be playing, where can we catch you and how?
You can catch me on the 27th of September in 053 Free State. You can catch me there, 053 in Koffiefontein is Free State. And if you want to book me, you can call Lionel Jamela on 071 3250 437.
Okay, just repeat that for us, please.
071 3250 437.
437. How have you found the music scene for you? I mean, it's very different if you're not the main artist there on stage. I'd assume you deal with a lot less politics. So when it's you out there and you have to do the hustling on your own, you have to make sure that you get the gigs. How have you found the music industry with that regard?
Like any other job, it has a lot. It has its ups and downs. I think one should just take it as it comes. For me, when something bad happens, I just let it go and I move on. But then there's also a lot of beautiful things because you can get to influence people with your music. You know, it's so beautiful when someone comes and say, "Listen, I listened to your song and it makes me feel like, listen, I can also do something with myself." That's actually the real reward, apart from money, which we all want. But the real reward is when someone comes and says, "Listen, your song has changed my life," and that is actually what I am seeking after. Yes.
I love that.
Thank
Your
you.
album is out, but you have a deluxe version also coming out in the near future.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Okay, this is very exciting because now, like you asked me, how is it like? Because it's beautiful because now I've worked with Clef from Uhuru, beautiful person. I've worked with Mono T, I've worked with Bongani Fasi, I've worked with Zahara, I even worked with Salif Kita. So this is an album that you need to get hold of. It's called All I Have, and it's beautiful. And also, it made me step out of my comfort zone a bit because remember, these guys have their styles, so we needed to collaborate. It's beautiful, I promise you. It's something that you guys should get out there.
Definitely, and I think I'd want to hear it as well as soon as it comes out. It comes out in October.
October,
Yeah.
14th of October, you can go to stores and you'll find it.
Love it. I love also the names that you've mentioned in your collaboration. G. Troy, let's leave it there for now. Thank you so much for gracing us with your presence this
Thank
morning.
you so much for having me.
All right, it's goodbye from us as well. Not